YouTube, it says, "You're live." L-I-V-E. Well, all right, I already got a thumbs up. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just hanging out in the old VW bus. Well, hello, Yuna. Hope all is well, swell, and totally hip and groovy in your neck of the woods. Yeah, I just figured I'd call it Let's Talk Turkey. Let's talk turkey. You know, gobble, 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 gobble. I know, I'm just being silly. Me and Mr. Ranger Dog just had dinner. He's out like a light. I'm just relaxing. Yeah, he's just hanging out. He's out. And I'm just chilling. Just chilling, trying to conserve power. I got my generator all filled up with fuel. It's outside. I already cooked my dinner because I had my microwave up there. Now I got my coffee pot and all that set up for in the morning. So in the morning I'll just wake up, turn my generator on, kick on the heater and my coffee pot, and it will be ready to roll. So yeah, we're just hanging out, enjoying the evening. You know, it's just like people are out and about. Hold on, I hear something weird going on out there. Sorry, I seen that truck pull in here, and I don't know, I just want to have to come out and check out my generator. See, everybody's like splitting. I'm gonna go back in here where it's incognito. Yeah, I didn't make sure. Like I said, I seen that truck out there with its lights on, and it sounded like somebody was in front of the bus for a second, and so I had to go check on my generator. Don't want that. Definitely don't want that thing stolen. So let me see what the comments are here. Sorry, I didn't get to see the comments yet. Is there any way I can hide? No, there's no way I can hide the generator. It's locked up. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's safe and secure. And trust me, I got this big old light I keep parking underneath there. But yeah, I got it locked up with this sucker right there. Yeah, it's locked up, and it's locked up into the bus, underneath the bus. So it's secure. If somebody tries to cut that thing, oh, trust me, I'm gonna hear the shaking of the bus and the noises and whatnot. And I've checked out the name brand. It's Master Lock who makes that lock. It can be picked, but I will hear the person trying to pick it, because you got to bang it as you're trying to pick it. Like, I've already checked it out on YouTube, you know, and all that stuff. I've had that lock for a few years. Interesting story about that generator. When I was in California, my first night staying on the beach in the VW bus in Southern California, it's like I think like $24 just to park next to the ocean over by Santa Barbara, just to park next to the ocean for the night and camp. And so I did that for I had it paid for like 3 days, and I was camping. And the first night there, I was asleep, and all of a sudden I get a Ventura County Sheriff's Department. And I was like, what? So I opened up the door, and the sheriff was like, "I didn't mean to bother you, sir. I thought I'd let you know you might want to bring your generator in. We have a lot of thefts." Because I guess the train that runs right along the coast there, right next to the ocean, when that goes by, people will cut the chains on people's generators. Well, I didn't have a chain. I had that locking thing, and they're not going to be able to cut through that. It'd take a blowtorch or a steel cutting saw. I'd hear that stuff, but I just thought it was funny, and I was like, well, why don't you go tell those people with the 2 generators just like mine, all hooked up in sync and unchained, just chained to their motorhome. So but yeah, it's It's my power, and I can run it all night long. I can run it all night long. Yeah, I have my ambiance set up. That's my dad, by the way, right here. My dad used to, back in the 60s, he was a rodeo bull rider. And that's my dad on the bull. Oh yeah, I'm staying, yeah, tonight. So I got my heater down there, so when I do kick the generator on, if it gets too cold, I'll get up and turn that generator, because I can run that generator with that thing on high for 6 hours straight. Now, if I set it on the economy where it kicks on and off, it can go about 7 to 8 hours. I can run it all night long if I wanted to. I just need some extra gas. I don't have another gas can. I got to purchase a small, like a 2-gallon gas can. But oh yeah, it's not too cold here. I mean, it drops down to about the low 40s last night. It would drop down to actually 40. It got cold, but as soon as I wake up, like I said, if I really want to get warm, I got a buddy heater, a propane buddy heater that I got it put up down over there right now. But I'll fire that up for about 5 minutes, and that thing will roast you out of here quick, because it's propane. It's really good. It's called a buddy heater. I highly suggest anybody who goes camping to get one of those things. So I'll kick that on if it's really cold. Then I'll get out and go turn the generator on, and then I'll start my coffee. Like I said, I got my coffee. Got my coffee all ready for in the morning. oh yeah, Ranger Doggy. Oh yeah, Ranger Doggy. When I make this is our bed. This folds down into a bed, and back there, he sleeps back here, like by my feet. Yeah, that's storage, by the way. I'm sorry, that's storage. He sleeps by my feet, and he'll come up at night and cuddle up next to you. Yeah, I stay pretty warm with Mr. Ranger Dog. He keeps my feet warm, and plus we got a big old sleeping bag and all that jazz. But yeah, I keep Mr. Ranger Doggy. He keeps me warm. I keep him warm. We stay cozy. We stay cozy in the old VW bus. So yeah, that was my dad. He used to ride bulls. That was long before he met my mom. My mom and dad were married in '65, and this was probably in like '62 or '63. Just a little ambiance for the night. I just started off just with the kind of like that. No. Yeah, you know, that's something. No, not me. That never interested me. Rodeos never interested me as a kid. That was just something my dad did. His son from a previous marriage, Mike, he was in the rodeos and all that jazz. But when my mom and my dad got married, he got out of that. He got into semi. He started working like semi trucks. You know, he was driving cross country and whatnot and all that jazz. So nope, not me. The ride bulls, that takes steel. I mean, you got to have nerves of steel. Ooh, nope, not me. Oh, but I did. Well, yeah, I love my parents. Yeah, I've always loved the road. My parents, when I was a kid, they traveled everywhere. Brother Mark MFJ is in the house. MFJ. Yeah, when I was a kid, my parents traveled all over, and I loved riding in cars. I loved road trips. My brother hated it. My dad, he didn't like to stop at the tourist attractions. You know, my mom was like the type that she liked to stop and smell the roses and check out everything. my dad was like, let's go, we'll just get there. He was a truck driver, you know, so when we were traveling, he just wanted to get to where he was going. And I've always grown up wanting to check out all the cool destinations, you know, or the sites along the way on a destination. And we used to travel California to Oklahoma a lot in the early 80s, and my earliest memories is getting off on I-40 and going on Route 66 when they were still building I-40. They didn't actually finish building I-40 until like 82 or 83. But some of my earliest memories are riding to Oklahoma and having to detour onto Route 66 for like 15 miles because they were building I-40. I'm off right off I-42 right now, my brother Mark. I-40 is just right out there. There's I-40. Oh, Count Stankus in the house. The Count. Good evening, Count. Hope all is well. Smelling groovy in your neck of the woods. We're just hanging out, talking turkey, you know. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, 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 gobble. I've been groovy, man. Been groovy, just working. Now I'm actually living in my bus 100% of the time now, which is groovy. No complaints. Just enjoying life. Mr. Ranger Dog's doing groovy. He had some dinner and he's just sleeping. I had some dinner and I'm chilling, and now I got my coffee all ready for in the morning, so I'll just wake up in the morning and turn my generator on and kick on the coffee. Oh yeah, that's my dad, by the way. I was sharing a picture of him out. He used to ride bulls back in the 60s, long before I ever was a twinkle in his eye. Oh, it's like some of the original van dwellings, brother Mark, like his Volkswagen, and then, you know, actually the old Dodge vans. Like the Dodge van is like the inspiration to, I do believe, the Scooby-Doo van. You know, the Mystery Machine, the original Mystery Machine. So yeah, it's definitely my home. It's been my home going on 18 years now. It's so long as I have that roof, or just this over, you know, around, I got a home. I got a roof over my head. But I'm just relaxing. Oh, I want to show you something here, by the way, everybody. If you ever own a Volkswagen, this is the book to own. How to keep your Volkswagen alive. I've had this since 2005. I had the original book. A friend of mine gave it to me. But I got this one a few years back. They got really cool stuff in here. Just really cool. I mean, it's everything to keep my bus going. See, I wanted to share something here. Yeah, this is the guy who wrote the book, the guy on the left. I like it talks all about different things. It's kind of like a spiritual book too on Volkswagens. Like, listen to this. Listen to this. Where is that? Human situations are quite analogous. Grease and space. Riots. Who needs them? I mean, like, what kind of stuff is that? See right here. I don't know. It's all in my head. That's why I am who I am. When I say peace, love, and VW grease, I guess that all talks about the grease. I mean, that came from my head, but I think a lot of the things I talk about when it comes to Volkswagens is because I read stuff like this. I'm so glad everybody's tuning in tonight. Yeah, this is just cool stuff. So I keep that book handy dandy so I can keep it up there. I read it quite often. And then down here where I was sitting when yours truly, sorry I didn't, there's my lighter. I was wondering where that lighter went. This is where I keep all my tools. More books. These are all books. Sorry. On what I need. All my tools are down there. Like everything I need. No bug spray just in case I got the bugs. It's hot. But yeah, I got my gloves. I mean, everything I need in case I broke down is down there. And I got spare parts like right here. Those are all brake cables. That's clutch cable, brake cable. Oop, I'm gonna catch up on what you're saying there, Yayuna. You had a red and white VW bus when you was a kid? Katrina? That's cool. Meaning ladybug. Alright. That's cool. Yeah. I even got like a little first aid kit. I mean, everything I need is in here in case I break down. Look at it, I got spare, just a lot of stuff in there. So it's like I'm just basically showing you guys my home. I'm gonna set you down here real quick so I can put these things away here. All right. Sorry, I was trying to read. That's where my electricity comes in from outside. I have it plugged into the outlet outside, and everything comes in here. Oh, and of course, can't forget Jason Voorhees. Old Jason Voorhees. Right there, always watching me. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and there's Jason Voorhees staring right down at me. Hold on, Brother Mark, and I got to read again. Peace, love, and B-dub grease to you too, my brother. Thank you for tuning in, Brother Mark. Heck yeah. Yeah, Una tuned in. Count Stankus tuned in. That's so groovy. Okay. Katarina? Is that? I hope I'm saying it right. Oh, by the way, guess what? I got a big old, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got me a goose egg right there. It's like, yeah, right there. Goose egg. What happened is, you see this right here? That little metal beam? Here, I'll flip the phone so you guys can see that. Yeah, that thing, that's the brace for my cot. Well, never ever in my life have I bumped into that. And yours truly bumped into that. I almost knocked myself out. I fell back over here on Ranger and sat on him. I was like, whoa. But yeah, I got some water. I keep my bottles of water down there. I went to get some water, and I don't know why or how I hit it, but I hit it. And it hurt. It woke me up. It brought a few tears to my eyes. Made my nose run too. I thought my nose was bleeding. Let's see what's going on out here. Oh, everybody just chilling. Everybody just chilling out there. There's a truck over there, a white truck at the end, pick 'em up truck with a camper shell. That guy has been here like 2 months. Because I stop here and get gas a lot and get coffee. Of course, if I'm not staying here. And I just kind of scope things out and watch things. And yeah, he's been here quite a while. So obviously they're cool. I mean, this is where I've stayed on travels is at Flying J truck stops, but I've never stayed consecutive days. This is gonna be my 3rd consecutive day at this one. On the norm, I'd be driving to the truck stop on the north side, but I don't have the gas right now to be driving from North Oklahoma City to West Oklahoma City all the time. That's a lot of gas, so it's all about conserving gas. That's why I like the van life. That's why I like living in the VW bus, because you can serve on certain bills. And my biggest bill, honestly, right now, until my house sells, is the mortgage on my house that's back in Ponca, and the car payment that I got stuck with. I mean, my ex-wife was supposed to be taking over all that and all that jazz, but it didn't happen. So, and I didn't need the credit going on me bad because everything was in my name. So that's all I got to say about that. Yeah, to set you guys down a little bit. My arms were getting a little tired. Yes, you did say, oh, I did say it right. Thank you, Yuna. Oh yeah, things all it's all good. I'm not worried. This is no biggie to me. This was, yeah, Yuna, when I started my YouTube channel back in 2015, this was the plan, to be living in the VW bus and traveling up and down the West Coast, my ex-wife and I, with Ranger and all that. And that's what we were doing. We were going to disc golf tournaments. We were starting off in September, and we're going to follow the end of the disc golf tour on the West Coast, and that's what we were doing. And then my pops passed, and so everything changed. This bus, when my pops passed, I had to leave my bus in Santa Barbara. Good friend of mine, Arnie, really good friend of mine. Thank God for Arnie. He let me keep the bus there. Really nice guy. I mean, this is in Santa Barbara, so a lot of people, I thought, were going to be kind of like, I don't want an old hippie bus, but I guess a lot of people seen the bus and was offering Arnie money for my VW bus, and but he didn't. So yeah, it sat in Santa Barbara for about a month, a little over a month, and then I went and got it, and we drove back to Oklahoma, because obviously everything changed. But the way I look at it now, I'm kind of into the VW bus living now 100%. So it's funny how the world works. And oh, somebody chimed in there. Oh, Count Stankus. Thank you, brother Count. Oh, I've had this VW bus going on 18 years now. Jinx. Yep. Or janky. I say janky a lot, man. I say that quite a bit, man. Yeah, that dude's janky. Or man, this whole project's janky. You know, I say janky a lot, and my boss looks at me like he always asks me if I'm high. I'm like, no, no. I mean, just for the things I say. Soda pop. Yep, soda pop. Yeah, soda pop. Yeah, I've owned the bus 18 years, going on 18 years. It's just as much part of me as my finger is, the way I look at it. It is the original hippie mobile, but now that is the original hippie mobile, the old split window buses. Those are sought after. Those are sought after. These old bay windows, that's what I drive. The old these are split windows. The old buses like that, those are called splitties, or split windows. And then mine don't have that split in the window there. No, in '68 they changed all that, took that out, changed the bus to the way mine looks, and called it a bay window. Big old bay window, and I like that because you can see everything out. And now the bay window buses like mine, that's what mine's called, are super sought after as well. They're the second most expensive VW buses on the market, and then on up like are the Vanagons. Well, some Vanagons are super duper super expensive, like the Synchros. Speaking of Synchros, I got a groovy little story of a VW. A famous person drives a a Syncro, which is the VW buses after these, and the Syncros are 4-wheel drives. Well, when I first moved back to California in 2010, I took my 73 bus. I had this bus, and then I had a 73 that I bought in 2005 and kind of restored, got it motor running. Long story short, I took that to California to sell so I can get my apartment, and had for sale signs on it and all that. And I was hanging out at the Rincon Beach, the famous Rincon Beach over by Santa Barbara, California, just hanging out in the bus, and I seen this Syncro, a white Syncro, which is a VW Vanagon Westfalia, which is the camp mobile, but it's the Syncro, the 4-wheel drive, go driving by. And I was like, that's cool. And then they turn around and come back. I just figured it was a surfer. And the guy gets out. I wasn't paying attention who was driving or anything, because I was sitting on the seat, because it was the same setup as this. I was sitting on that seat looking out that way, opposite way, towards the ocean. And this guy comes up, and first thing he goes, how much you asking for it? And he said that as he's kind of walking around the corner of the door here, because my sliding door's in front. And the voice sounded really familiar. And as soon as the face came around, I was like, Forrest Gump! It was Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, the actor. He drives an 85, I think it's an 85 Syncro, white Syncro. And I flipped out, man. Like, my heart started racing. I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna buy my bus. There's an actor, he wants to know, because he noticed the Okie plates. He starts talking about Oklahoma and being to Oklahoma City and yada yada yada. And at the time, I was asking $9 grand for the bus, because that's how much I put in the VW, and that's what I wanted out of it. And he said that's a little high for him. I was flipping. I was like, he's like, yeah, that sounds a little high. He's all looking in the bus. It was perfect. I mean, when I bought the bus, the interior was immaculate. I spent $9 grand on the transmission and the engine. It was a whole nother type of engine than this bus. The engine that went in that one was an old Porsche engine, completely souped up. But yeah, we started just talking about Oklahoma. Then we just talked about VWs for about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes and so. And then he got up and left. Like he said he was just driving down the 101, down the 1, and then he's just seen my bus with the for sale sign in the front and the back. No, he didn't want to pay $9 grand for it. You know how much I ended up selling that bus? Yeah, to my boss. I ended up getting a job with this guy. He owned all these motorhomes, and he would rent his motorhomes out. This Dutch guy. He was a Dutch guy. And one day I drove the bus to work, because my ex-wife, because I had a 2000 Beetle, and that's what we were driving along with the bus. And we were renting a room out for $700 a month in Oxnard, California. And this guy that was renting a room out, he would drink alcohol until he would get sick and puke all over himself and everything. And we got sick of seeing that. So one day I drove the bus to work, kind of thinking maybe my boss might buy it. And he did buy it. As soon as he seen it, he wanted to buy it. But I only got $4 grand out of it. Yeah, $700 a month, yeah, for a room. $700. That's normal. That's normal for Southern California to rent a room out. Our apartment that my ex-wife and I got in Ojai, itty bitty apartment, itty bitty 1-bedroom apartment. We were paying $1,000. $1,000 is what we were paying on our. But yeah, so I saw my boss bought my bus for $400 or $4,000, and we didn't have a written. I should have had a written agreement that in the future that I could start paying, like that bus was like a loan, but not really a loan. He bought the bus, that maybe I can pay the $4 grand back. But long story short, I sold it to him, signed the title over, everything went over to him, and I got us into our apartment. I went and, you know, spent, it was like $2,500 to get us into that apartment, and that's what got us in. I mean, because I couldn't leave my wife, or she wasn't my wife at the time, she was my fiance, at some dude's house, the dude would get so hammered, you know, like he was just so sketchy. Yeah, he lived in a whole other part of the house and whatnot. We never really seen him, but still, you would hear him, you'd smell it, all that. We just got old. It just got old. So, yeah, I really regret selling that bus. One of these days I'll do a little vlog about it and put some pictures. I got a picture of my of the two buses, both of the buses, this one and the 73, sitting in my garage back in Ponca together. When my ex-wife met me, Yayuna, I had two VW buses. I had this one, and I had the 73 that's what I was putting together. And then I had my 2000 Beetle. I had a 2000 Beetle, and I ended up buying the neighbor's I think it was a 1996 Ford Ranger, little Ford Ranger pick-em-up truck. So I had 4 vehicles at one time, right before I met my wife, and then it was like, as the years dwindled, I don't know. Sorry, I don't mean to get off on that subject either. I don't. But yeah, my life before I moved to California, before my ex-wife met me, I had long hair. I traveled selling these tie-dye because I tie-dye. I sell like this. This is a long sleeve. I'd sell this for like 20 bucks, 20 to 25 bucks. These long sleeves. Regular t-shirts were like 10 to 15. If it was a special tie-dye, it could be a $25 t-shirt. It all depends. And you've seen like this. This is my hoodie right here. I used to tie-dye these hoodies here and sell these hoodies all over America. Some of them were just like, you know, the VW. Most of them were just the VW with the Grateful Dead in it. It didn't say Ponca City, or Ponca City VW Club. And I'd sell these suckers for 50 bucks, 60 bucks. So yeah, that's what I did, and it was a great way to make money in the summertime. It paid for my travels. It paid for my tickets to the music festivals, because I would go to these big music festivals. I'm talking like the one in Tennessee, 80,000 people would go. 80,000 people. It was amazing. There's many Woodstocks. So that was my life. And in the wintertime, I would work different jobs. You know, sometimes I would work at my parents' place, you know, just through the winter. It all depends. Lots of people, Yayuna. Lots of people. Lots of people. My life, and yeah, I have the same values. I don't do like I did, you know, travel and whatnot, but I have my values about it. And I'm slowly getting those values that I used to like put into place every day back, because my ex-wife was different. She wasn't a free spirit like I was. She definitely wasn't a free spirit at all. She tried to be, because she liked who I was, but she didn't. Oh, you said something. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna get off on that subject about the ex-wife. Before the ex-wife, like I said, I had all kinds of fun. Like I said, just travel around, and I'd make 800 bucks on a good weekend selling tie-dye. Sometimes I'd only make 300 bucks at a show. Sometimes, you know, that was like, I think that was like the least amount I've ever made, was like 300 bucks at a show. And let's say like a show, that's after you know, I bought my ticket. Tickets could be 80 bucks, could be 120, $200 for like the big ones. So it's like you got to at least make 200 bucks back to break even. That's getting in the show. So And I've often thought about doing that again. I really have. It's, yes, I'm gonna do the photography thing. That's in the head. I was actually just thinking about that today and telling my boss about that. And right now, it's all about, you know, getting the finance. As soon as my house sells and I can get rid of that mortgage and kill that car payment down to like zippity doo-dah, I'll be styling. I can start saving money so I can put those things into the bus. I need to do some mechanical work to the bus. I need to replace some valve seats. The valve seats are like where the valves get adjusted, and I need to replace all those. Nothing like serious, like it's gonna break down on me any day or anything like that. Like I was worried about the steering dampener and I had to replace all that. No, I want to make it so I can start traveling. And when I travel, the biggest thing, yeah, you notice, when I travel, I want to have at all times enough money saved so I can get an airplane ticket back in case of emergency. Because when my father passed away, when I was in California traveling, that was hard because I didn't know what to do with the bus. I didn't know what to do with Ranger. I didn't know what to do with my wife because Ranger was there. We had to figure everything out. But that was very hard when my pops passed and I was 1,500 miles away, and that was hard. So, because when I was traveling, when we were traveling, and that's what the eye-opener was I didn't have much money. I had a plane ticket to get back, but I didn't know what to do about Ranger, because flying with Ranger is like, I'm sure it's gonna be expensive, and we didn't know what to do. Long story short, my friend Arnie, who let us keep the bus at his house, he got Nicole a one-way rent-a-car, and Nicole and Ranger drove back, but because Nicole couldn't drive the bus, that's for sure. But yeah, they drove back, and Arnie, to this day, Arnie never lets me, like, I'll pay him off some way somehow, but when I've offered him money or whatever, he's like, no, he won't take it. It's like an argument. It's just one of those subjects. After when I go to California to visit, I couldn't bring it up with him. It was just like he'd get ticked off. Yeah, he's a very good friend. Very good friend. His wife's really cool. I don't know if you follow much TV or not. My friend Arnie is a retired cameraman. He used to work on sitcoms, and he started way back in like the early 80s on soap operas back in New York. He's a Brooklyn kid. He's from Brooklyn, or Jersey, I'm sorry. He's from Jersey. He's a Jersey. And when he met his wife there, they ended up moving to Los Angeles because his wife's a writer. She's still in the business. She's one of the writers for Big Bang Theory. She actually helped write the big hoverboard. She had that was the first hoverboard I ever rode, was the hoverboard in the Big Bang Theory. When we came back to get the bus, Arnie was just flipping out because his wife had the hoverboard. She got the hoverboard that was in the Big Bang Theory, that episode. It was when the hoverboards first came out, and that's what he owned it. He had the one from that series. And so we came back, and that's all he was about. He was like, you got to try this, Brad. You used to skate. You were a skater when you lived here. You was a skater and surfer. You need to try it. So I took to it like a duck on water. I mean, I got on it. It was fun. Fun. I had so much fun on. I wanted one. So, I mean, it took a little bit to get used to. It did. But Arnie is like, curl your toes like you're surfing. That's all he had to tell me. I figured it out. I was like, all right. So yeah, his wife is a writer for one of the writers for the Big Bang Theory. His wife was one of the main writers for Frasier. She actually won an Emmy. There's like a couple Emmys as soon as you walk in their house that she won. And she was also one of the writers from that 70s show, which is crazy because I probably seen her when back in 2003, when I drove this bus the first time to California, right after I bought the VW bus. My girlfriend I was dating at the time, she went with me, and we ended up getting tickets from a friend of mine to go see that 70s show get taped. And it was the Halloween show, where they all break into the school and all that. That was the one that we got to see tape. Yep, Frasier. Yep. Boy, I got 40 minutes into this. Let's talk turkey. I'm definitely talking turkey tonight. My video's uploading, and let me tell you a little secret about uploading to videos on YouTube. It seems like when you don't have much, because I upload everything off my phone. I edit on my phone. Everything goes from my phone now to YouTube. If I don't have many bars and I don't have a good signal, I will shut off Facebook, shut off my Twitter account, shut off Instagram, turn all that off, where it's just Facebook or YouTube. And when I start uploading my YouTube video that's edited, I will watch a video, and I notice my uploading goes quicker because I guess the data is transferring from the same site. I don't know, but that's why I wanted to try the live feed, and it looks, I'm pretty sure, whoa, didn't mean to drop it. I'm pretty sure it's done uploading. Yeah, it's done been uploaded, which is cool because I don't have to like fall asleep and then wake up at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning and make it public, because that's what happens most of the time. When my stuff comes public at like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, it's because I fell asleep during the upload. I go to sleep, I'm an early to bed and early to rise type of guy. It's been like that since I was little guy, from my first job being a paper boy in Ojai, California. That was my first job, and you got to be up early for those jobs. I wonder what kind of battery power I got going on here. 49%. All right. Yep. I'm gonna get me a drink of cola. I'm living on the cheap side. I'm just drinking cola. Let's have a look-see and see what's going on in the parking lot. It's not filling up very much tonight. That truck next to me, that's been here for months. I think somebody abandoned it. I don't know. It's sitting in the same place like 3 months. It's been sitting here. Nothing going on that side. Okay, that lady in the red car right there, that lady right there in the red car, every time I pull in here, because I pull in the same spot here, I mean, she's always here too. She's one of the people that's always here, and she stays in her car too. Because she'll be like maybe 2 or 3 parking spaces over, she'll just back up and then go way over there every time I pull in. Like I'm not driving like some like creeper van, you know. I'm driving a hippie bus. Yeah, she has like Wisconsin plates, I think. Yeah, it's Wisconsin. She backs up, drives down the lot, and pulls in. The reason I stay at the same spot because I got a light. I park underneath a light. I know nobody's gonna want to be seen messing with a generator. Plus, you know, like I said, if anybody tries to take that generator, I'll hear it. That's the second generator I've owned for this VW bus. The first one that I had during my travels before I met my wife got stolen, like after I met my wife. The rumor was it could have been her brother, but anyways, my first generator that I had, I used to keep it locked up to my frame on the back of my bus. And I was at a festival, and one morning, because I'd keep it off, I'd turn it off so in the morning times, you know, people can sleep and whatnot, because it is quiet. It's a Honda, it's super quiet, but still, I kept it off. I think somebody thought it was a gas tank because it's red. I felt my bus jerk, and whoever it was didn't realize it was locked up to the bus, but it was like a little bit. They had a little bit of slack in it, so they went to run with it and yanked because they yanked the bus. That's what woke me up. So ever since that happened, I keep it locked up front on this other thing and keep the bus like parked close to things that it's really hard to get to. Oh, Count Stankus, you hear from Rockin' Boxes? No, I don't hear from Rockin' Boxes, man. Dude, I sorry, I don't. I made the mistake one day when I put my videos on the crew. I'll go through that day's videos and like or love, put the heart thing on everybody's video from the crew and the crew's little thing that they put on. Well, one day after I did it, I wasn't paying attention, but I put the love thing on Rockin' Boxes thing. And he like responded to it like a few minutes later. I think I said okay or something, whatever he responded. But no, man, like I was like, dang it, I couldn't push the on thing. I want to be a butthead, you know. But no, I don't hear from Rockin' Boxes, man. That guy he put a sour he just soured it for me. I mean, seriously. Him and I had some issues, and we stopped talking, and then I felt sorry for the cat. We started talking again, and then that past, you know, that last time when he flipped out and made that video, that was just like, no, man. Yeah, you want to stay away from Rockin' Boxes. That guy's got issues, man. Like, I don't know if he got beat up a lot when he was a kid, or he didn't fit in the, I don't know what it is with that cat, but he's definitely, he's not a friend, man. Like, I thought he was my friend, and I try to like, you know, like being, you know, like the way I look at you guys, you know, like he was my friend. And then he like turned on me just because I couldn't respond back fast enough on like a private message or something. When I work, you know, I can't always respond. And the cat, and I'm pretty sure that guy don't work. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. I'm not gonna throw that guy underneath the bus, you know, because he threw me underneath the bus. But no, answer your question, Count Stankus. No. I see that he's subscribed to my YouTube channel though. His Rockin' Boxes Presents and his I think his personal one. Oh yeah, yeah, dude. I don't want anything to do with Rockin' Boxes, man, like at all. Can you block his channel, man? I know you can block him from not talking. I'll just block his channels. Yeah, dude. I didn't know you can block the channels. I had no clue. I'll do that because I don't want that dude able to look at my stuff. I mean, that's just how I feel. I mean, sorry to go back on a rant with it, you know, but that guy really ticked me off, man. Like, big time. You don't go slander somebody, you know, like, and that's another thing let's talk turkey about. That's what I was talking about. Like, you know, I was on a private chit chat with Mark Fun Jones before I went live. And dude, I guess he got his like house, somebody put his house, like pictures of his house and stuff on there from the trolls, dude. Like, I'm sorry, trolls make me so mad. I didn't mean to drop you guys. Oh yeah? He can still see your videos and comments all he wants, but no one can see. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, man. Wow. I know I had to like block him from like not being able to comment when he was like, when all that went down, and he was just like constantly leaving comments with his little Rockin' Box crew. Like, it was just like in the middle of the night, like trolls, man. I mean, it's like, I understood what the heck trolls really are. I was like, yes, they're just like trolls, man. In the middle of the night, people who work 9 to 5 are sleeping. Yeah, if you're working all night long, I can understand. But these people ain't working. They're sitting in front of a, or like a whatever, and no, man, that's messed up. Like, and Brother Mark's getting like, it's not just Mark, it's like the bagger, and of course the Woos deal, you know. I mean, I just feel bad for Mark because he has a family, and that's like scary. Sorry, that was another thing I wanted to talk turkey about was trolls. Trolls are just sad folks, man. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. It just got me. That got me a little fired up. The rockin' boxes and the trolls thing. Because I can't do nothing about it. You know, it's like everybody's fighting you from like the computer, and you can't do nothing about it. Oops, sorry. I gotta catch up on what you're saying there, Yuna. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna block them on YouTube. Psychos, man, and and I know me and Mark's talked about rockin' boxes. He's like itty bitty troll. I don't care. He's still in my books a troll. The way him and his little buddies like attacked me for that vloggers show fiasco thing. That's why I mean it soured my stomach so bad that's why I haven't done anything about it. Like it screwed me up in the head because I was like, geez, like people have that much hate and time on their hands to do that. I don't get it, and I don't think nobody ever will. You know, it is what it is. I'm sorry, you said something. I get it talking. No, don't be sorry. I know we all text fast sometimes. Sorry, I didn't catch what you meant. Why is what? What is that? Why? Oh yeah. That's the deal with the vloggers. The vlogger show, because of what happened with the rockin' boxes. That's just, I mean, the way it all went. I mean, it like I said, it put a sour stomach, gave me a sour stomach, and he really did. Like, and Mark keeps trying to get me to start it up again, and I really do. What I need to do is go get a mobile hotspot, because I can't, for some reason I can't turn my mobile hotspot on my phone. I just need to go purchase, I guess, a mobile hotspot and run it off my laptop, because that's the only way you can do Google Hangouts and make it broadcast through YouTube is a laptop. You can't use your phone. When Google Hangouts and the broadcasting on YouTube first started, you could invite people on that were with their phones, or you know, their mobile devices, and you can't do that no more. I don't know why. That's okay, yeah, Unit is. I mean, it's not like I gave up on it. I mean, every time I sign in or sign out of my YouTube stuff, it comes up. I mean, it's there. It's ready for me to start it up anytime. And there's been times I've come so close to just doing a live video from my phone. I mean, like, because you can go live just straight to YouTube from your phone, but not through Google Hangouts and have guests on. But I thought about doing it, and it's not that I've got rid of it. I will pursue it again. I will. I'm just waiting for the right feeling. Like I said, it's just all about the feeling I get, and I haven't got that feeling yet. It just went shoo. All right, brother Count Stankus, thank you for coming in tonight and hanging out with me, Mr. Ranger Dog, and hanging out with Yuna and brother Mark. I appreciate it. You have a most excellent evening, brother man. And oh, have a Merry Christmas, by the way, you and your family. Heck yeah, Brother Count. That's cool that you joined in, man. Dude, he got some cool toys. He has like the toys that I had when I was a kid. He-Man, I mean everything. Oh, good night, yeah, Una. Yep, 8 o'clock my time is when you do your show. Top of the hour. Or are you doing it at 7? Nope, 8 o'clock. Yep, 8 o'clock. Yeah, yep. I seen your pop-up thing today. I was like, oh, cool, man. Alrighty, Count. I'll tune in and say hi, brother man. I'll tune in and say hi. I like to tune in to your shows and all my friends' shows as much as I can. As much as I can. Alright, yeah, you have a good night. Thank you so much for hanging out with Ranger Dog and I and Count Stankus and Brother Mark. I appreciate you tuning in. Ranger Dog, he's out. He's like, alrighty, folks. Until I see you on the next live show, stay tuned for my tonight's edited vlog. It'll be ready to go as soon as I sign off here. Love one another. Be kind to one another. Be totally, totally grateful for every single moment of the day and everybody in it, because you just never know when those things change. Peace, love, and VW grease.